Hello guys, welcome to Greg's Chan 1. I'm Greg, and this is Channel 1. Now, I've just watched the second episode of Zoo. It's called Fight or Flight. Now, this episode, I get the feeling it felt more brutal than the pilot, the first episode. Because of the way that it was told. You start the episode off at Los Angeles with Jamie and Mitch, where they just found the cats. And the cats obviously just bugger off when they want to get the authorities involved. And that's kind of cool and slightly entertaining because you kind of there go, you just call the authorities, and the cat's just gone, no. And so that was the end of that mini little segment. Then it cuts to Slovenia, which is where the next incident happens. In Slovenia, you're introduced to Andras and the Bradshaws. And the Bradshaws have just become parents. They've got to look after this young boy for a couple of more days, and then they can officially be parents to the boy. And as they're doing it, they take him to the circus, and their little story is actually quite nice, and it's also quite worrying at the same time, because they lose the kid quite early on. They get him back, because he's just wandered off after seeing all these tigers looking awesome, which makes you think, oh crap, are the tigers going to be the thing that attacks next? And then it does a swerve on you, which is fantastic, and I'll get to that in a bit. After that, goes back to Jamie and Mitch, who are pretty cool. I think their combination is fantastic. It also goes into Jackson and Chloe saying goodbye. Chloe going back to France. Nora Arnazida does a much better job of sounding French and coming across like a French character in this episode. It was almost like she realised that maybe the first episode she wasn't quite properly French yet, but she sorted that out big time in the second episode. You found out that in the first episode you'd found out that her fiance cheated on her 5 days before she was meant to get married to him, but she still went on the honeymoon anyway, on her own. And you find out that it was actually with her sister. That kind of makes you go, oh, actually, I feel a little for her. But she's getting better. She's a very, very interesting character. I said in my episode 1 review that I think she's the weakest character. I think episode 2 kind of builds her and makes her appear a little bit better than she did in the first episode. Jamie and Mitch really start to bond. It feels like they're bonding massively over the fact that they're working together to try and find out what the hell happened with these lions, and if anything else is going to happen, because they take a baby lion to examine, and all the lions just go crazy. It's almost like they're trying to communicate with the baby lion. That was quite. That was cool. You don't really find out much about Jackson and Abraham, who's still alive. They rescued him, which was awesome. They rescue him, and in the little section you get between Jackson and Abraham, Jackson's told to get the rest of your father's flash drive so you can understand what you're trying. To see whether your father actually makes any sense or whether he's just a crazy madman. You got to go to Japan. To which Abraham says, I will join you. I will come to Japan. I may look like I've been beaten up badly, but Japanese women will find me attractive because I'm a rugged man. Which I thought was quite nice, that he, even though he's been brutalized by lions, he still got a sense of comedy. That was quite cool. Then it goes back to Jamie and... No, it doesn't. It then cuts back to the Slovenian family. And you encounter this small Jack Russell dog near the start of the episode in their first segment. And it seems like that dog, is a lovely, nice little dog. But, because it's a dog, they don't want to necessarily upset the kid if the kid gets bit. The kid has a toy from the circus. After they find him, they buy him a toy of the tiger. The dog, at some point, the dog takes the toy from the kid, and the now new father to the kid goes after the dog to get the sorry about that. To get the toy back, to which then the dog leads him into an alleyway where he's thinking, right, the dog stopped, the dog's dropped it, she's going to go get it. Goes to go get it and realises he's surrounded by dogs. There's like 8. And you just see in his face, it's just, oh shit. And then it leaves it up to your imagination what happened to him. And then it cuts to the dog going back and dropping the toy off with the little boy and the mother. And you don't see anything else of that. And then it ends where Chloe is on her way back to her accommodation, her home, when a new character that's just been introduced, Gaspard Alves, stops her and says, I think you should come with us. I think the world might depend on you. Cut. Now this I thought was very, very strong. It was a good episode. Gave real character development. Added another dimension of brutality in the fact that it takes domesticated dogs and turns them into monsters. It's like, what? So it was pretty cool. So on a scale of 1 to 5, that's a 4.8. It's pretty good. I couldn't really think of anything to complain about, really. The only thing is, I don't think we got enough of Mitch and Jamie. That's the simplicity of it. I think if we'd have got a little bit more of them in the episode, it would be perfect. But can't get everything. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. You can obviously click subscribe here or subscribe here, wherever it is. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I knew I'd get that eventually. And other than that, all I can say is cheers.